I have this little arsenal of cleaning things that I use quite frequently, and if you put a little bit of elbow grease in, it makes a big difference. YouTube friends, this is Renee from Renee Anita B. Today's video is going to be about cleaning items that I have bought for resale. When you're a reseller, the majority of the items that you buy are from garage sales, estate sales, auctions, thrift shops, and they're not always really clean. Often you can list things on eBay as is and sell them that way, but sometimes it takes a little bit of elbow grease to get them in tip-top shape so that you can get the top dollar for them. So I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite cleaning things. But for shoe cleaners, this was recommended by Rally Roots. For leather cleaning, this is just a really nice cleaner for suede, leather, that type of thing for shoes. The Dr. Martens Wonder Balsam, if that's how you say that, balsam, is great for conditioning leather. The Wonder Balsam is a thick, kind of creamy, waxy texture stuff. You rub that on shoes or belts, anything that's leather, and then there's a little sponge in the top. You can just smooth it in there and then buff it out with a soft cloth afterwards. That is great for leather. Apple cider vinegar is wonderful for cleaning out corroded battery compartments. Anytime you're buying electronics that have battery compartments, all it takes is a little Q-tip and a little apple cider vinegar, and you can get that cleaned right out. Then I also take just a wet Q-tip after I've used the vinegar and then just wipe over the whole thing to rinse out the vinegar. And definitely Q-tips are a necessity, so I keep a jar of those handy. I also keep cotton balls handy. And then little cotton pads, like cosmetic pads, they work really good for cleaning things. An old toothbrush is a plus. That's how I clean all my glassware type things. Alcohol is often used for cleaning. That works great on, like, when you have video games. If you want to just wipe down the contacts in them, if you put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip, that cleans those out without harming them. Hand sanitizer. If when you're buying things at thrift stores, they have a price marked on them with black Sharpie marker, hand sanitizer is usually the one thing that can get that off. Whenever I'm cleaning wood things that I purchase, I first use lemon oil on them. That's one of the safest things to use on them. It cleans them really good. And then I go over it with usually some type of furniture polish. Boy, it really makes a difference when you put a little coat of polish on them. It gets rid of the nicks and scratches on there. Another thing that I found comes in handy is Brasso. This works really nice, like on belt buckles. Any brass type things you have. Then I happen to have a sterling silver cleaner. This one was from Avon. I bought it years ago. It's still mostly full, but it comes in really handy. It's just a jewelry cleaner. Works really nice on sterling silver. OxiClean really helps for getting out stains, especially set-in stains. Sometimes you can soak things like overnight or for a day or two. It's really nice in the summertime because you can just put them in a clear tote like these and put some OxiClean in them with some water and just let them soak in the sunshine, and that really helps lift out a lot of set-in stains. Dawn dish soap always comes in handy for cleaning up almost anything that I buy that's glassware, any type of dishes. I love using Gain detergent. It has such a nice smell and it lasts a long time in clothing. So on my clothing items, I always try to wash a load just in this Gain detergent. Then I take pictures of it right away and seal it up in a Ziploc bag, and it smells clean for a much longer time. So if it sits on your shelf in your inventory for months at a time before it gets sold, you're pretty well guaranteed that when you open that Ziploc bag, it's still going to smell fresh and clean. I like to use this Aqua Clean for hand washables. It doesn't have to be Aqua Clean. It's just one that I really like the smell of. It's a really fresh, clean smell. So we're going to use that today. It's very concentrated, so it only takes like a little capful. The Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, that is definitely a necessity for cleaning the soles of shoes, like the white part around the bottom of the shoes. You always need a lint brush. I use that every time I do laundry. Right before I'm going to film any clothing after it's been laundered, I always take the lint brush over it and clean off all the extra lint and fuzzies from laundering it. Rubber gloves are always great because you're working with a lot of different chemicals here and you always want to protect your skin. It's always great to have some towels and some rags on hand. You can see that we have some buckets of water here. And one of my favorite things is always a nice flour sack towel. It really dries things nice and keeps the lint off of it. Hopefully you learned a few things, a few of the supplies that I use on a regular basis to clean up my items and sell them for more profit. So thanks so much for joining me today. As always, from my heart to yours, share love, not hate. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Whenever I try to clean, first of all, whenever I'm doing wood, it keeps the scent of, it just smells, I bring it up,